Introduce yourself.
I'm Jodie.
And how long have you been a patient at Longevity for?
For about since 2016, so about 4 years now.
And what is your survivor backstory, starting with your Wyoming trip?
So I went on a 2-week road trip, a snowboarding road trip, and then so when I went snowboarding downhill, I couldn't stop for some strange reason. It was very curious. I could not stop with my heels. So you're supposed to stop with your heels, and some reason I just crashed all the way down the hill, and it was just a red flag, like what the hell's going on? So that was my story. That's where it started from. From then on, I just started to fail daily with my medical. My health started just to fail. I started to not speak well. After a while, I started dragging my right foot. I noticed things like that started happening. Things that were coming out of my mouth that I thought I was going to say didn't come out right. You know, I thought about it and then I didn't speak well. My writing wasn't writing well. So things were happening that I was noticing wasn't right. One time I came out of bed going to the bathroom and my arm went numb and I thought that wasn't right. And then another night, which was a big red flag, my leg went numb and I fell out of bed. So I went to the doctors eventually after that one. My primary care doctor sent me for a CAT scan of my back, or an MRI of my back, and it didn't work. It was nothing wrong with my back. So I eventually went to my oncologist for I had cancer and melanoma a long time ago. And so I went to him because melanoma usually goes to your brain. So I thought, uh-oh, something bad's happening. So I went to him and he sent me for a CAT scan. And then he called me back at 8 o'clock at night. I know they don't call you back at 8 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. So he told me to go to the emergency room. I called him back the next day and he told me to go to the emergency room today.
And that was approximately what month and year? Well, you started your Wyoming trip. That was in
February of 2013. And so 3 months had went by approximately before I went to the doctors. And so by then it was approximately June or so that I went to the doctors again. And so then I went to the emergency room and they were surprised I could walk in the door after they saw the tumor in my head. Big ass tumor. Yeah, it was about the size of my fist here. And so they were surprised I could walk in the door. And so they admitted me right away. And then I met the doctor. He said, "That's too big to be cancer." I said, "What does that mean? I'll be dead already?" He said, "Yep." So that surprised me.
And then you had to go into your emergency brain surgery.
Yep, he said, "You're gonna have surgery tomorrow." And I said, "Okay." So I wanted that sucker out of my head.
And that was in May of 2015?
Yeah.
And then, but could you go into, when you had the first emergency brain surgery, they left some of it there?
On purpose, because I was supposed to have radiation to kill the rest of it, because he knew it would make me paralyzed, and he didn't want to do that. So I proceeded to go to, I had my surgery, and it wasn't too bad. It did not leave me paralyzed. I had to shave my head and put a bandage on it. I had 32 staples or something like that in my head, but it wasn't too bad for brain surgery. It scared me and everything. It was a craniotomy. But I had to wait. I didn't have insurance at the time, so I had to wait 6 months for me to be insured. So in that time, the doctor called me. I went to go get my radiation. I had signed up for insurance. I had my insurance by that time, which was 6 months later. So I got set up for the radiation, and then final MRI, he called me and said, "By the way, it had grown, and so we can't do the radiation now. You have to go to your doctor again." And I said, "What does that mean? I need more surgery?" And he said, "Yes, it's wrapped around a blood vessel now." I'm like, oh crap. That was not good news. I really had a problem with that, so I had to have a second surgery. And this time it left me paralyzed. I couldn't even sit up. I only had one arm, my left arm, and I'm right-handed, so I then became left-handed, but I couldn't even sit up. I had to go through months of rehab and then months of physical therapy just to even sit up and function by myself. I had home therapy and then another physical therapy place. And then my neurologist recommended I come here to this longevity physical therapy.
And that was in April 2016?
16, yep. And boy, do I love it here.
And he recommended you to use the Alter G equipment that we have here.
Yeah, the Alter G is wonderful.
Yeah.
That really helped me a lot. That Alter G is wonderful. But I don't use it now for some reason. I need other things. Mm-hmm. Right now I'm working on strength and strength and balancing because I have neurological issues. Something different than most people have. That's why I'm here long term, which they help me a lot. Oh my God, I love this place. Oh my God, I love this place. I love the people here. Oh, I love this place. They're my lifesavers. These physical therapists are my lifesavers. I can't say that enough.
And tell us what happened about 3 weeks ago when you were here.
Oh, I finally walked 18 feet without a cane, by myself with a weighted ball, by myself, like 18 feet, which was wonderful. I mean, that's a big deal to me. That's a very big deal to me. Thank God. That was very big. We woohooed and yelled and screamed. That was really fun. That's a big deal to me. Yes.
And then what advice would you give to someone in your shoes?
Oh God. You know, with brain tumors that don't quit, that's what happened, one after another, after another, after another. It's very difficult. They're not cancerous, but they take up a lot of room in your brain and they lay on other parts of your brain that make it difficult to function and walk and proceed well in life and thrive. But I don't want to be a pooper sitting in my crap, I'll say. I want to be a thriver and I want to live my life well as I can. So it's very hard to be in this position. This is suicidal probably to other people, so this is very difficult. So if I found another person in my position, I would definitely recommend them to come here to Longevity, because the people here make you go through it easier. They're very good with emotional feelings, because I have breakdowns here, crying breakdowns, and they just help me through it. Even if I don't feel like coming here, I'm very glad I do come here because they help me through it. They don't push me too hard, and then they do push me hard when I need it. So I just love it here. They really help me emotionally very well. So for the next person going through hard times, you just need to hang in there. I mean, there's nothing I can say but hang in there and just keep going. Just keep going. This is my motto. Just keep going. Truck through it all. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's it. That's what I have to say. Just keep going. You make your own life. You live your own life the way you live it. So it's up to you.